that's the end of week 2 of my BUPA marathon training preparation programme, and it's time to have another feedback session to tell you how I got on. And in general, it's gone really well. I'm not sure if it's following this programme or anything else that's causing it, but I'm really feeling really motivated. I'm really enjoying the running. So let's see how we got on. So the schedule provides for activities 6 days out of 7 and one rest day. Rest day is Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday in the past week have both been easy runs, and what I've done is to run between my home and the nearby town. Tuesday I ran to the town, Wednesday I ran back, and I'm trying hard not to look at my times when I'm running, just to focus on the distance that I've done, how far I've got to go, just to try and take a bit of pressure off myself. And I'm really quite surprised that my times have improved. I've been used to cruising at about 6 minutes per kilometre, and both Tuesday and Wednesday it was less than that, 5:48 on Tuesday, 5:49 on Wednesday, so pleased as well that there's some consistency there. Thursday is a tempo run. Now I probably said in my feedback for week 1 that this was a real revelation. A tempo run is, well, various definitions. Jack Daniels, in his running program book, he defines a tempo run as tempo is a pace that you can run at for 20 minutes, but not much more than that. Other people define it in terms of percentage of your maximum heart rate, and they tend to suggest somewhere between 80 and 90%. So say 85%. Excuse me. I'm trying to take both of these into account. So trying to maintain a heart rate of about 85% for 20 minutes. So it's meant to be a 40-minute workout. So it means that I'm doing a 10-minute warm-up, and for tempo it's important that you do a decent warm-up, and then another 10 minutes cool down at the end. The route that I'm using takes me up Cults Hill, which is quite a steep hill for about 1.5 k's, and that takes me about 10.5 minutes. So it means that my overall pace for the workout, it makes me slower overall. And at the end of the workout, after I've done hard work, I've still got about 2.5 k's to go to get back home. And because I'm tired, that's taking me longer as well. So the uphill is going to be about 7.5 k's, coming back about 6.5 k's. So the tempo run, my pace on that, I've kind of been looking at my watch as I'm doing it, and I'm finding that I'm doing it just over the 5 minute, about 5:10, 5:15, kind of slowing to about 5:20 towards the end of the tempo section, but getting a real buzz out of that. You really feel yourself pushing, and wow, it feels really good. So overall in that session, 5:57. Friday is cross training, and I'm doing swimming in the local swimming pool. For last week, first week, I was doing, it's a 25-metre pool, so out back, so 100 metres, then for the first and last 15 minutes, 60-second recovery, in the middle 30 minutes, 30-second recoveries. This week I varied it. I found an interesting technique, which is to actually do running on the spot in the water. So I tried doing that. I was doing the 4 lengths, 100 metres, with 30-second recovery. So that was 2.5 minutes. Then I was doing 5 minutes running on the spot in 1.5 metres, so that's kind of coming up to my shoulders, and then repeating that. Okay, so I found it quite hard work, the running part. It's effectively resistance training, and that was really interesting. It's a peculiar experience, but I found it really good. The downside is I found it hard on my feet because you're not wearing any footwear and you're pounding on the hard tiles on the bottom of the swimming pool, so really quite painful. What people that do this actually do is they wear a flotation belt, so they do it in deep water, and the flotation belt keeps their feet off the bottom so they don't get that impact. Really interesting, and enjoyed the session again. So 2 days left to go. Saturday I did a run up Cults Hill again, but instead of going along where the side where I do my tempo run, I went further up the hill, and then came back down through fields rather than coming back via tracks and road. So it was much slower going, well, the same speed going up the hill, but I went uphill further and coming back down the way. Probably a quarter of that was ploughing my way through waist high. You know, when you're running in Scotland, you can run anywhere, but if you're in a field, you have to use either the tracks that the tractors use, or keep to the side. I was coming down the tractor route, but it was waist high with weeds and kind of the very edge of the field. So overall 6 minutes 14 for 5.5k. So given the difficult conditions, I'm really pleased with that. Finally, Sunday, we've got our long run, and this week it was 13 kilometres. Now this one didn't go well at all. I only managed to run for about 7k before I just had to stop. And I had to walk and run the second half. So I was disappointed with that. I've done a video just about that long run, and I'll try to do videos of all my long runs. So if you look at that, you'll see that overall, when I got back to the car, I wasn't all that disappointed in the overall performance. Yeah, I'm disappointed that I had to walk and jog, or run rather, that last 6 kilometres, but the overall pace was 5 minutes 50. Now, given that my normal cruising pace was 6 minutes a kilometre when I'm running, to come in at 5:50 means that my pace on that first half must have been quite respectable. Even when I'm walking, I'm making good progress. So I'm really quite surprised that I managed to get an overall pace of 5:50. And it shows that my actual running time must have been pretty good, and probably maintaining somewhere about 5.5 minutes actual running pace, so that when you take my 6 minutes plus maybe 6.5 minute Ks walking, because I used to be 7 minutes per K walking, that's bringing me in under the 6k overall. Good, so there we are. That's week 2 of the BUPA Intermediate Marathon Training Programme. Tomorrow is rest day. I'm going to go out on Tuesday. I'm scheduled to do a 40-minute, I think, easy run, but I'm going to redo the long run, the 13k, just to see how I get on. I have found in the past that if I've struggled with a longer run, if I go out a couple of days later, I can do it without any real difficulty. So I'll give you feedback on how that goes as well, and of course for the rest of what will be week 3 of this 16-week programme. Okay, so feeling good, feeling positive, starting to get a buzz out of it again, and so let's keep running.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to make sure you get notifications of all new content.